all praises and adoration belong to Allah exclusively. We thank Him for the favor of making us Muslims, and we ask Him to send His trusted blessings on the Prophet, after whom there will be no other prophet. His name is Muhammad. I didn't hear that his name is Muhammad. You see, he's fasting, taking his turn already. His name is Muhammad. His household, his companions, and those who follow him to the last day. Let me start with a couple of recognitions. First and foremost, I apologize that I'm coming this late. And I'm sure you are aware that today is the State Executive Council meeting, and the meeting is supposed to resume at 4, so I will be leaving anytime soon. But because Nigeria Union of Journalists are so important to me, I must be here. So let me start on a note of protocols. I recognize my brother and friend, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Alhaji Abdulwahid Odushile. I recognize the leaders of NUJ at the state level, and in particular the leadership at the Ogun State Information Chapel, which I'm also almost becoming a honorary member for identifying them now and then. Journalism will always be important. Indeed, if there's any profession that will be practiced on the day of judgment, it is journalism. Because we are told in the Quran that the people of paradise, they will have people coming to visit them and report and asking them, is the promise of the Lord true, as if putting you in place? And they will say yes. And they will also go and find out from the people of hell, may Allah save us from hellfire, to also confirm that it is indeed the punishment Allah has promised is also true. Therefore, the journalists hold very important position in the society. And the topic of this particular lecture, which I understand of the 6th edition, is Islamic perspective in solving insecurity across the globe. And you have done very well by bringing someone who is not only capable of doing the job, but they will do so and provide insight. I therefore like to recognize Fadilat al-Sheikh, that Allah Himself describes in the Quran when He says, ثُمَّ وَرَثْنَا الْكِتَابَ الَّذِينَ اصْطَفَيْنَا مِنْ عِبَادِنَا فَمِنْهُمْ ظَالِمٌ لِنَفْسِهِ وَمِنْهُمْ مُقْتَصِدٌ وَمِنْهُمْ سَابِقُونَ بِالْخَيْرَاتِ بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ وَذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْكَبِيرُ. Èyí tí ò bá yé nǹkan mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn tó yé ó ti yé wọn. Mo kí Fadilat Sheikh Muhammad Jamiu Sanusi and Ọlọ́run Adamu Hayatu. Today I bring you one felicitation of His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, President Abiodun MFR, and he wants me to continue to enjoy you, to remember the lesson beyond Ramadan fasting. It is not just abstinence from food and drink. Ramadan fast is like someone who has gone for annual mandatory continued development program. When you come back from such a program, we expect you to develop new skills, new competencies, new attitude. There must be a difference between you and someone who has not gone through that process. And that's why the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, whoever fasts the month of Ramadan with faith and hope in Allah, and he does this conscientiously with sincerity, Allah will forgive you all his grievances. You are going through a cleansing process. You are going through a process that should make you better members of the society. As journalists, it must be a period that you must dedicate yourself to the tenet of your profession, particularly truth. And that's why the Prophet said, whoever is fasting and does not live lying, Allah is not in need of his abstinence from food and drink. And there is no other profession that being truthful, observing the tenet of being truthful at all times is more important than that of journalism. So as we gather here today, we should remember that we have a responsibility as Muslims to be part of the solutions or to the problems of the society. And that's why I'm excited about talking about security today and the Islamic perspective on this. we must remember that in this endeavor, we can't do this alone. And I'm particularly excited that this program is being put together between the Muslims and the Christian members of NUJ. This is what we expect from the greater society. There is no one faith alone. No adherence of a particular faith can solve the problem of the society. We need to work together to do this. And that's why the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he went to a place called Yathrib, a backwater community. And through collaboration and work with other people, that place became Medina today. Were it not for the collaboration and working together of the Prophet and the people he met there, and the people also migrated to join him, Medina will not be what it is today. So we have a daunting task ahead of us in the country today. Insecurity is everywhere, and the journalists could be in the forefront of providing solutions, including exercising discretion as to what to report and how to report it. Let us also remember that not everything that is true needs to be said. I'm not asking to tell a lie, and I'll give an example. A particular military administrator in another part of the country, this happened many years ago. A particular principal in a particular school happened to have a teacher who defiled a girl. And this reporter went ahead to report it as it was. It was true. Was it not? But sometimes we know that fruit salad is made from fruit. But we also know that bitter cola might be a fruit, but it's not part of what you use to make fruit salad. When this reporter reported it, and I think this story was so, and I'm sure the former president of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Mr. Commissioner, is also here. The military administrator was so worried that he asked them to pick up the journalists. And when he picked up the journalist said, well, I am reading only that which is true. And the minister of the said, it is true. But even the Quran says, not everything that is true we should report, particularly things that will cause confusion in the society. And the minister of the told him, I am trying to encourage young girls to go to school. I'm trying to take them away from early marriages into education in order to break the poverty cycle. Your report, true as it were, the only thing your report can do is to discourage parents from sending their girl child to school, and you have caused more damage than the truth you are trying to report. Okay, I'm sure it is. You have profound lessons as journalists to know that even in these heightened insecurity challenge that we have in the country, what you need to report are things that will bring tranquility and security to the people and will help the security agencies and the community to be able to work together. I'd like to conclude again by saying, all of us here are leaders now. You need to give respect. When you die, you will not be asked about Nigeria because you are not the president of Nigeria. In fact, you may not be asked about the entirety of Ogun State. But all of us have a sphere, somewhere that we can impact to make a difference in the society. And if you look at all the companions of the Prophet, particularly the 10 of them that were given certificates or a journal, you would discover that each of them brought something unique to the table. Not all of them were as gentle as Abu Bakr. Not all of them who had money like Uthman ibn Affan. Not all of them were as youthful, vibrant, and war hero like Ali ibn Abi Talib. But every one of them brought something to the table. The question you need to ask yourself, two questions I will leave you with. Are you really fasting or you are on hunger strike? And the difference, the question is for you to answer. And the Prophet has named the criteria for fasting. It is not abstinence from food, not just abstinence from drinking or even other activities. It is about sincerity. The second question you need to ask yourself, if I were to die today, what will humanity miss? What will be there that humanity would miss if I should go today? What value are you bringing to the table? What contributions are you bringing to the betterment of the society? Every now and then I will complain about our society, we complain about our country, we sometimes need to ask ourselves, what am I contributing? Am I a net contributor of value? Or I am also part of the problem of the society? And it could be as simple. Sometimes you drive on the road, you see somebody well dressed with a tie and a suit to match, and he will drink, and the next thing he will wind down his glass, and then he will throw the empty bottle water onto the road. He does not see it as part of the problem. He thinks it's something that is normal. And in closing, the Prophet ﷺ said, a time Islam came as a strange religion. And at the time will come, Islam was accepted. And at the time will also return that Islam will be a stranger. Stranger in the sense that virtues will no longer be celebrated, vices will now be the yardstick for measuring success. He said, at that point in time, I'd like you to be a stranger. Someone that they will say, that time when you're a stranger, the Prophet said, say to yourself, congratulations. One more time on behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, I'd like to congratulate Nigeria Union of Journalists, Ogun State Information Chapel, and to thank you for the support you have given to this administration. What I've just done today as well is also part of the support you are giving to society. You are cleansing the society, you are cleansing yourself. And hopefully when this Ramadan goes, we will all be here to celebrate the end of Ramadan, and impact of Ramadan will be felt on each and every one of us. I congratulate the leadership of NUJ for now and then for extending your kind invitation to me. And I also have no doubt that the Ustaz that were brought, he will do such a very wonderful job. I close what again by saying, Ramadan Kareem.